Hello and welcome. Welcome to Quilt Conversations Live. I'm Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Water Quilter. It's so good to be with you again. Technology. Sorry I'm a few minutes late, but that's the way it goes. Hello, Copper. So glad that you're back. Hello, Terry, Faye Lynn. Hello, Cassie and Lori. Hello, Jacqueline. So good to see you. So glad you're here. Hello, Wilda. Hello, hello. I am glad to be with you again. Hello, Sharon. So glad that you're listening while you're grading papers. Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you're going to have to watch the replay because we're going to go through some apps and you're going to want to be able to see some of the things that those apps can do. So just listen, and then when you have a chance, come back and watch the replay. And speaking of replays, for those of you who are watching on the replay, welcome, welcome. So, how is everyone? It's been a little while since we've seen each other. Nice to know that you were getting acquainted and chatting while I was dealing with technical problems. Um, let's see. Have I missed anyone? Did I catch everybody? Hello, hello. All right. Well, I think we should just get started. Let us know in the chat what you've been working on, how you're moving in this new year. Can you believe that it is February? Next thing you know, it's going to be Thanksgiving. Oh, there's Rochelle. Hello, Rochelle. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to look at some apps. Some of them you might be familiar with, some of them you might not. And there's one in particular that I'm really, really excited about. Should I give you a little teaser? So get your smartphones if you don't have them already, and your iPads. Some of the apps are on both Google Play and the iPhone App Store. Some are not. So get your computers, your smartphones, your tablets ready. Hey, Tasha, so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So get them ready. I'm going to bring up the teaser so that you can see a little bit of what that looks like. We're going to use my cell phone to look at the apps. So I'm going to show you the icons so you can start looking for them. So here they are. The first one is called Go Cut. Go Cut. You might want to write these down. If you are a Bernina user, there is a Bernina app. If you didn't know that, you can get a Bernina app on your phone. There is the very popular Robert Kaufman calculator. That's a quilting calculator. And then the next one is called Quilty Solid. That's the one that I'm really excited about. Quilty Solid. And Smets for needles. We're going to look at all of these apps. We're going to give a nice little subtle, not in depth, but we're going to look at a lot of the features in each one and why I like them. Okay, the two that are new for me are the Go Cut and the Quilty Solid. Those are two new ones. So we're going to look at those. So do you have those written down? Do you remember what they are? Let us know. Are you familiar with these? Which ones do you like? Let us know in the chat which ones are new to you that you've never heard of. And let us know in the chat if you're able to find it and what device you are on. That way you can help others who are watching how to find it. Okay, I don't have an iPad, but many ladies have an iPad and use it. So if you have an iPad and you're able to find some of these apps, let us know. Okay. Copper says she uses the Robert Kaufman app all the time. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. My throat is getting a little dry here. All right. So before we get into that, because I want to give you time to look for the app so that you can join me as we go through it, or you can just watch me and then do it later on your own when you can really concentrate. It's your preference how you want to do this, okay? Now, what did I want to share? I have decided every month to give a special discount on my website on my courses. Every month is going to be a month-long discount. January, the discount was on the 3 big mistakes in machine quilting. That was a discount for the whole month of January, and you got a discounted price on the course. This month, I'm going to do 2 courses. One is the 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting, and the other is the alphabet course. Some of you are in one or both of those courses, and for those who aren't, this may be the time for you to take advantage. It is a special discount because somebody has a birthday. Guess who has a birthday? Guess who is turning? Can you guess what age I'm going to be tomorrow? Awesome. Copper, I was able to download the Bernina app from the iPhone app store, and it's on my phone. So I'm not sure what device you're using. I used it today and yesterday to get signed up. Yes, Copper, 29. Guess what age? Yes, I know. I look 29. you know, we don't age, right? We just look and our skin glows. There's very little lines here, very smooth skin. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday. All right. Yes. 29 again. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the birthday wishes. So I am giving a discount of $59 on both courses. So you get $59 off both. If you want one, it's 59. If you want the other, it's 59 off. So a total of what? $118 you would save if you get both courses. So that's for the whole month. And remember, don't keep these good tips to yourself. Let your friends know. The whole month, we're celebrating my birthday. I turn 59 tomorrow. Yes, 59. Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. Rochelle says she was able to get all the apps on her iPhone App Store. Fabulous. All on the iPhone App Store. Fantastic. Oh, I see. Copper says that the old app was just for accessories. That doesn't work anymore. The new one is loaded fine. Great. I didn't know that there was an old app. Now, the new one for Benina includes the accessories. Okay. Very good. Awesome. Oh, Phelan, thank you for that kind happy birthday wishes. Thank you for that. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Marcia, thank you too. And Lori, 29 again. Isn't it wonderful that we can repeat that year every single year after? I love that. Okay, so if you take advantage, if you're new here, welcome. If you're watching and you're not in the chat, join us in the chat. This is where the conversation is. Yes, it's between me and you, but it's also with others who are watching. So join the chat. And if you're new and you haven't heard of these 2 courses, I'm going to share them very quickly because we don't want you to feel left out. When you join the chat, you become a part of the community, and I don't want you to feel left out. So what is the 10 steps? The 10 steps, whoops, let me put that back. I'm going to hide that, and there we go. All right. The 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting. You go through 10 different steps to help you get better results for all of your quilts. Machine quilting, free motion quilting, whether it's ruler quilting, it all starts in the very beginning. So you start with fabric, and then you're going to look through piecing accuracy, you're going to look at pressing methods. All of these have in-depth videos and lessons and assignments for you to submit to help you improve your quilting results. You will get consistent results every single time if you practice these 10 steps with every quilt. Now, each step does take time, and so the course is unlimited access. And many of the ladies have been submitting assignments and asking questions. So you get to get feedback from me and participate in the community. Okay? So that is something you want to go back and look at. If you haven't been, just go to the website. On YouTube, I put a link at the very top. It's pinned at the top on YouTube. If you want me to give you a link on Facebook, let me know. So that is the 10 steps. For the alphabet course, we want free motion quilting to be fun and easy. So I start with what I know. And I know the alphabet. When I was a little girl in kindergarten, I learned how to do my ABCs. We can take those skills and apply them to free motion quilting. And so you want to, take the course to help you build a foundation. And there are many ladies inside the chat who have taken the course and are having success. Go to the website and look up Spotlight, Student Spotlight, and you will see Terry and Rochelle's spotlight on how this course has helped them finish more quilts, enter quilts and quilt shows, and continue to have success. So I wanted to share that very quickly. And if you're wondering, how do you quilt some designs like this, the course includes stitching path. So you get a stitching path to help you learn the path of these alphabet-based designs. And once you learn the stitching path, you're going to work on different free motion quilting designs, edge-to-edge designs, border designs. You're going to have a lot of fun creating and eventually designing your own free motion quilting designs. So take a look at that. Okay, so I want to know, thank you for all the birthday wishes, and thank you, Copper, for putting in the link. So Lori says she can't find Go Get Cut in Android. Anyone else been able to find it? Thank you, Tasha. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Any tips on finishing faster? Hey, there goes Sherry. Hello. Marsha, finishing faster, it just depends. What you mean by faster? Do you mean the entire quilting process? Do you mean the free motion quilting process alone? Each one of those steps can be minimized to make the whole process faster. It just depends on what you want to do. Let's see. Copper, thank you for the birthday cake. That cake is going to help me save calories. I won't have to eat that cake. Thank you very much. Hey, Jazzy, welcome. So glad you're here. Are we counting backwards? Yes, we are. If we're talking about birthdays, Marcia. Thank you, Rochelle, for the birthday wishes. Appreciate you. Awesome. Thank you, Lori. You ladies are awesome. All right. Okay, so how many of you are now ready to look at the apps? I think I am. Let me know if you haven't been able to find an app. Which app would you like to start with first? I want to give you the first option. Which one would you like to start with first? Let me know in the chat. Sherry, you just joined us. We are looking at apps. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Sharon is ready. to hear all about them. Cassie is ready to hear about the apps. Does it matter which one you want to see first? Let me know in the chat. I'm excited. The one that I'm really excited about is the Quilty Solid. It's an amazing app, especially if you have trouble picking fabric for the quilts that you want to make. If you like to design quilts, Quilt Solid will not open. Rochelle says calculator. So far, we only have 2 votes. 2 votes. Calculator, Quilty Solid. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to go with the Quilty Solid because I'm going to vote too, right? Here we go. I'm going to tap on Quilty Solid. Is everyone ready? Okay, so Lori says Quilty Solid opens for her. All right, here we go. I love this app for so many reasons. Let's take a look. It says color list. This is the first option. Swatches per solid line. Let's take a look at that. So we have different fabric companies that we can choose from to look at their solids. Isn't that fantastic? Which is your favorite? They even have Aurifil thread, the different hues, saturation, and then color value. I love that. Let's see. A lot of us like Moda fabrics, I think, right? Let's look at saturation. And then we can look through all the colors. Let's tap on one. Now it tells you the name, Shocking Pink. The number, it's called Moda Fabrics Bella Solids. We can add it to our personal palette when we're looking for colors for a project. Then they have some similar View Harmonizer for more options. Now, I'm using this for the first time. I'm going to tap on that. Ooh, look at that. Reset to shocking. All right, let's look at the harmonizer. That's where my dot is. Let's see. Wow. Look at what it does. Wow, it brings in a color that's going to harmonize with that shocking pink. Let's touch again on the outer circle. It is amazing. It is. Hello, Lorraine. Welcome. So glad that you're here. Awesome. Look at the color match when I touch on that green area. Let's go on the other side. A color. I love this. And then it gives you those colors based on thread, Aurifil and Wonderfil, the Pantone color, Art Gallery Fabrics, Robert Kaufman Kona Cotton. It gives you a close match to that color that you want to match with the pink. Let's go back over here to the bluish color. So I touch that one to harmonize with the pink. And now we have close matches for thread, for Pantone, for different fabric companies. Isn't that fantastic? It is pretty cool. I love that. Copper says, mind blown. Yes, pretty cool. I love that. So that's the harmonizer. Let's go back. Now I could add this to my palette, right? Or I can go back and then choose based on hue or value. Fantastic. Now, I'm not going to go through everything, but that is one thing that you can do, right? That's from the color list. Pantone matcher. That's another one. But the one that I am really excited about that I can't wait to show you is the photo palette. Let's click that. It says choose a photo. Now, for privacy, I'm going to cover, before I go to a photo, I'm going to click on choose a photo. Now I'm going to my albums, which you can't see. And once I get to the album and the photo, then I will come back. All right, I'm almost there. All right, here we go. All right, I've selected my album. My album is a series of sunset photos. Okay. Oh, Lori, you're welcome. You're welcome. A famous resident photographer. Yes. Awesome. Isn't it? I just love this. Except for including the threads. Awesome. 90%, Lori. That's fantastic. So let's pick a photo. I'm going to pick one and let's see what it does. It's calculating. It's calculating. I love this. And notice that it says number of colors. We can use the slider. And now, based on the photo, it's giving me a palette of colors. Look at this. Now, what if you want to do an art quilt of a photo and you want to replicate it? It's going to give you the colors and then fabrics by different manufacturers like RJR, Pantone colors, thread colors that's going to be close. Wonderful thread, Aurifil thread, isn't Paintbrush Studio fabrics. All of these are in the photo. Is this amazing? Okay. Hello, Rama. So glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. I know. That's so true. How can this be free with all that it can do? It's amazing. Yeah, I love this. Is this fabulous? I love it. Let's choose another photo. Should I choose another photo? Let me know if you want to see how it works with another photo. It's always good to do a couple, and maybe I'll change the number of colors and see what happens. What do you think? Well, before I change photo, should I change the number of colors with this photo? Let's reduce it. Let's see if it will do that. Approximately. Okay, there we go. It's going down to, let's see, 15 colors. And now it's giving me just 15 colors. That's it, which is fantastic. So you can say how many colors you want. Let's reduce it down again. 7 colors. 7 colors. It's giving me these 7 colors. It makes picking it so much easier, right? But if in the 7 colors you don't get, say, a fabric line, you can't find it. Like this is mostly Pantone, right? Not a lot of fabric choices. So you're going to increase the number of colors so that you get more options for fabrics. Okay, so Jacqueline is not able to keep up. I just see a comment there. iPhone, or did anyone find this on an Android? Or someone said no, they couldn't find the Quilty color on Android. I can't remember. Let's see. Let's go back to photo again. I'm going to pick another photo, put on my privacy screen here. Let's pick one. Let's see. I can find one that's kind of fun from, let's see, from the beach. Let's pick a beach photo. Whoops, let me go back. Choose a picture, album. I forgot, ladies, to show you the photo beforehand. Let me do that again. All right, so here's the photo. I'm gonna choose this beach scene photo. Let it calculate. I can open Quilty, but I can't download Go Cut. Oh boy. Okay, so yes, it's on Android. Thank you, Lori. So there's the beach scene with 20 colors, and then it gives me the palette. Is that fantastic? Oh, I love this app. Amazing, amazing. Wow, what a shortcut to get information when you want to create a quilt. All right, so let's go back. We've looked at that. Color search. You can search colors. Please enter and search your filter. Let's see, total number of colors. Search all swatches. Let's see, I'm just going to put in red. So I put in red, and I'm getting these colors here. All right, let's try lilac. And that's what I get. Let's touch that one and see what happens. Then I can add it to the palette. This one tells me it's Andover's fabric. And then we have other choices for thread, Pantone colors. Love it. All right. So this app is fantastic. I love it. And then there's user settings. So hopefully a lot of you were able to download the app and play around with it. So some were able to download it on both iPhone and Android. Is that correct? The Google Play Store for Android, and then the App Store for iOS, whether it's iPad or iPhone. How many are using an iPad and were able to download and open the Quilty Solid app? Hey, Teresa, so glad that you're here. You're welcome to join us anytime. What's the name of this app? Okay, I'm going to go back to, for those who are just joining us late, we're looking at several apps, and we just finished looking at Quilty Solid. Some of them are on both Android and on, which is Google Play, and the App Store for iOS devices like an iPhone and an iPad. And we're just looking at it. Okay, so I will try with a current project. All right, let's see. Okay, so Rochelle says she opened it up on her iPad, the Quilty Solid, but it wasn't very user-friendly. A different interface, was it, on the iPad? I don't own an iPad, so I wouldn't be able to share my experience with you. I guess it's better used on the phone. Is that what you're saying, Rochelle? It works better on the phone. We are exploring this together for the first time. All right. All right. Jacqueline says she opened it on her iPad, but not her iPhone. Great. All right. Good, good, good. All right. Yay. I'm so glad. So, what's the next app you ladies want to look at? We've explored the Quilty Solid. How many of you have Go Cutters? If you have a Go Cutter, the next app we can look at, if you were able to download it, is the Go Cut. Go Cut is based on the AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter. I love this app. All right, Teresa, wonderful. She just downloaded. Awesome. You're going to enjoy the Quilty app. Awesome. So Copper says she has the Go Cutter and she loves it. All right. It's the only way she does applique. If you have the Go Cutter, this is going to help you simplify your cutting process for projects that are not based on a pattern or tutorial from AccuQuilt. If you have a pattern that is not hasn't given you instructions on how to use dies from AccuQuilt to cut your fabric, this is going to help you translate the squares, circles, or other shapes you need to cut, and it's going to match what dies you can use to cut those shapes. So I love that. Lorraine says she loves her Go. All right, so let's look at that one. Go Cutter. So right away it says select size and shape. Size and shape. You can select your size and shape, and you can write it in. So I'm going to put in square. And I want to cut a 4-inch square. And then it will ask, do you want the finished size or the unfinished size? And so depending upon which one you select, the available dies are going to change. Finished 4-inch square. Do you see above that it says show my dies only? So you can, in this app, select your dies. So if you don't have the whole library of Go dies, you just want to select the ones that you have, you would go up here in the bar. It says all dies, right? Now you see individual dies. You will check what dies you have so that when it searches for an answer for you, it can do it based on what dies you have or the whole library of dies. So you just check all the dies that you have, and it will use that information to determine what dies you can use based on either your individual dies and then also the cubes. Do you have any of the cube sets? So you would mark those cube sets that you have. Okay, so these are the dies. Now it says show my dies only. I will hit that, and it's going to show me what die I can use to get the 4-inch square. Isn't that neat? What do you ladies think about that? Okay. So Terry says she has a Go Cutter, and this sounds very useful, especially if a pattern does not have instructions for using the AccuQuilt Go die. Very quickly, you can find out, okay, I need this size shape. Let's do that again. We can look for, let's see, diamonds, circles, squares, flying geese. So say you need a flying geese that are 2 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to select my dies only, and it's finished. It tells me the 2 dies that have, which in this case, it's the cubes. I can make those flying geese. I can cut them from the cube that is the 8-inch mix and match. If I turn that off, it's going to tell me all the dies that will help me cut the fabric for flying geese that are 2 inches by 4.5 inches. I don't see why not. You could. I mean, AccuQuilt does have its own app, which I didn't include today. I guess I could have, where I keep track of what dies I have. I think I prefer the AccuQuilt Go app to keep track of my dies because they have photos. They have photos of the dies. There are no photos on this one. Mm. Yeah, so here Terry likes it. Yeah. All right. So Jacqueline, a lot of us may not have the dies. That's true. So I like having a system of cutting fabric accurately, and I can't say that I use it all the time, because the reason why I think I may not use it all the time is because when I get a pattern, um, if it doesn't have instructions for the Go cutter, I don't think about rifling through my dies to find that particular die. That's just, I haven't developed that habit. With this app, I can quickly see, can I use the dies I have to cut fabric? And this app will allow me to quickly get that information so that I don't have to rifle through and figure out, can I use my AccuQuilt Go cutter? More often than not, I know that my strip dies, I have, I think, three different strip dies, and those would work very quickly. So that is one of the dies, well, excuse me, apps that we can use with our AccuQuilt Go cutter if you use it. All right, so what else? All right. So another question, can you, wow, let's see. How am I celebrating my birthday? I am celebrating my birthday by working. Yes, I am celebrating by working. Yes, that is true. In just a few hours, I will be 59. I am getting ready for QuiltCon, so I have a lot to do, a lot to do. So let's look at the Bernina app. This is the next app that we're going to look at. And you sign up, you create an account, which if you have a Bernina, I would do this, sign up, because when you do, you go to accessories. It's an organizer. And so you can input your machines, your wish list, all the accessories you have, and you can browse. So my machine, I'm going to click on that, and it says sign in. Okay, let me do that. Put up my little privacy screen here. I'm logging in. Let's see what happens. It's thinking about it. All right, it logged in. Great. There it is. There's my Bernina Q16 Plus. Checked right there. You can add a machine by just clicking the check mark. So here are all the machines. And I would love to say I have more than one Bernina, but I do not at the moment. I would like to get a machine for piecing and quilting smaller projects, and I think I will. But you see, they have all the machines, right? Then also, let's go back one. Accessories. You can click on accessories, the ones that you own, a wish list, and those that are compatible with your machine. I like having that option, and so these are the ones that I own. All right. Yes, Copper, I am a youngster. uh, all right. What else? What is compatible? What is compatible? It will give me all the compatible accessories for the machine that I put in. This is a great, quick reference. I love that they put this app together. It makes it easy to find what you want for your specific machine or machines, plural. I like that. And then if you are going to a quilt show like QuiltCon and you want to create a wish list, you're going to add what you want on your wish list so that you're ready separated out what you want to look at. You already separate what you own and then what's compatible with your machines. So Copper says she loves this app. Wilda, do you have this app on your phone? I know you're a Bernina user. Who else uses Bernina quilting or sewing machines? And then, of course, you can tap all accessories. And then you can search. Love it. You can make it a favorite, or you can check it to, when you hit the check mark, that means that you own that accessory. Copper says wish list, wish list. Yes. All right. So Copper, do you have this app now? I think you said the old one is gone and now you have this new one. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. What else do we have? At the bottom, we have the We All Sew blog. And so that means you can get quick access to tips and tutorials for all kinds of projects. I love that. Love it, love it. A lot of social media is now showing things pertaining to love for Valentine's Day. Modern Love Mini Quilt is one of their recent blog posts like that. Then they have inspiration. Inspiration. All right. Lots of good stuff here. So that is the Bernina app. Not everyone is a Bernina user, but one day you will be, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Okay. All right. So Wilta says she didn't know about the app until tonight, and she will be an aficionado soon, right? Okay, now we're going to look at some really practical apps. How many of you already own the Smets app, the needle app? Let us know. Awesome. Let's see. I like that, Lori. Your wish list is as long as your to-do list. I love that. Yes, I think I have a similar list or lists. All right, so Copper has the Smets app, and I always get tongue-tied when I say Schmetz, and I may be saying it incorrectly. So there's that. Let's open that up. If you're new to it, if you've never used it, you want to get it. If you use their needles, even if you don't use their needles, there's so much information, but I recommend you use their needles. They're good quality needles. All right, so Lori's downloading the app now. So they have, the first thing is about the app, their needle color coding system, which I love that. So you don't have to guess what needle is inside your machine. It's based on the color coding. You can quickly figure out what needle is in your machine. Love that. If you've thrown away the package, you use the last needle, and you have one in your machine, you can just open the app right by your machine, check the colors, and you will know what needle you have. You'll know the needle type, and you will know the needle size, which I love that. I love that. And then needle knowledge, needle anatomy, needle eye comparisons, choosing a needle, how to open the package, needle replacement, and then thread sizing guide. I love that they take it to the next step. Not only do you have information about the needle, but what thread size you need to match with your needles. Thread size measurements, two primary methods, length and weight. So you want to improve your and increase your needle knowledge. Let's see. Needle eye comparison. Check that out. It's showing you what a universal needle eye looks like, an embroidery needle, and a metallic needle. what the different eyes look like. Love that. Choosing a needle. We need to learn how to choose the right needle. Here's what you need to know. I'm not going to read all this. I'm going to give you homework. Now, have you ever wondered about all that information? I know we've talked about this before. It's in the 10 Steps of Stress-Free Machine Quilting. When I talk about thread and needles, learn what the information means on the front of the package. There's the needle system, there's the needle type, needle size, and that's all on the front of the package. So it fascinates Copper. When we have this information, it's going to help us get good results with our projects. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's clothing, home decor, or quilts. Okay, good night, Sharon. Have a good evening. So glad you can join us while you're grading papers. Yes, watch the replay tomorrow. If you have any questions, don't forget you can always comment below the videos. I will respond to any question. So Copper says, all right, let's see. Needle knowledge always fascinates me. This is handy too, says Lori. Yep, it is very handy. I love this app. It's great to bring with you to the store. Having this app on your phone makes it easy to quickly choose the right needle for your project. All right, how to open the package. Do you think we needed to have information about that? That's interesting. I like that. Love it, love it. All right. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. Great. Now that you've taught us how to easily get this info, I hope to make better needle choices. Awesome. All right. We are almost at the top of the hour. We have only one app left, and that is the Robert Kaufman calculator. Skip that banner. How many of you already have this app on your phone and you use this app? There's so many things on this that will help us in our process. So from the Quilty app, the Quilty color app, it's talking about fabric and color and thread choices for color, right? Then we have our needle app. This one helps us with measurements, backing and batting, piece count. It helps us with yardage, binding, borders, square and a square, how to calculate how much fabric you need for these different pieces of the quilt. So Copper loves this one. All right. What's the name of the needle app? Okay, great, Copper. Thank you for giving that information to Jazzy. Awesome. Let's see. I have it, but it's a lot. All right. It's a lot of information. Whenever there's an app that has a lot of information in it, generally how I learn it over time, I just use the different specific areas that I need at the moment. So if I need to figure out how much binding I want to make, then I just use the app for that. And I get comfortable using that part. So it says the width of fabric, that is the fabric that you're going to cut. Let's say that width is 42 inches. The binding strip, my binding strip is 2 inches. And then the dimensions of the quilt. My quilt is going to be 60 inches by 120 inches. Let's see, 120. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Fantastic. All right, Jazzy, you have this one. Wonderful. Hey, Nora, so good to see you. Welcome, welcome. She does use it for calculating her binding. Isn't this neat? Hey, Sherry, she uses it regularly. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to hit calculate, and it tells me the number of strips to cut 10, and the binding yardage. So you also know how much fabric to purchase. Now, I would always buy a little bit more because I'm going to pre-wash, it's going to shrink, and then I want to make sure that I have nice, clean cuts. It's true that those who cut your fabric at fabric shops don't always cut straight. So I always buy just a little bit more to make up for that cut that's not so straight, if you get my meaning. And I love that you can email the results. So if you're working with someone, you can send an email to yourself or someone else. I love that the ability to get that information very quickly. And then they give you diagrams on the bottom so that you learn how to do bias binding, regular binding, and then how to measure your quilt. Very, very awesome app. What is your favorite part of this app if you use it? Okay, good night. Thank you, Marsha. So glad you were here. Always a pleasure to have you. So, Copper says her favorite is the binding calculator. What about the border yardage? If you're using different fabric, I love that you can put in the width, you can put the dimensions of the quilt, and then the border inches. So, generally, let's say 2-inch border, 2-inch border. Sometimes our border sizes are different. They're not always the same. Sometimes we will have different sizes for the borders. The quilt dimension before borders, say it's 40 inches by 55. The width of my fabric is going to be 42. And then it tells you instructions on how to use it. So if you don't know how to fill out the information at the top, just scroll down and it tells you how to use it. And then they have illustrations. Very useful. Let's calculate that. Look how fast it calculates. Amazing. So the border for number 1 is 2 inches. It tells me how much fabric I need, and then the strip size that I will need to cut, the number of strips to cut. So simple, so easy. It does the math for you. All right. So let's see. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you get the idea, right? Amazing app for calculating fabric yardage, strips that you have to cut, square in a square, set in corner triangles, quilt sizes. It has all of that information, which is fantastic. Love it, love it. So, ladies, just remember last time we were together, we talked about the P's, about being patient, about practicing, having a plan for quilting, preparing, persistence, and perseverance. All the P's in quilting. And these apps are going to help you with some of these, right? Because they're going to make it easier for you to have the right tools, to cut fabric easier, to figure out how to choose fabric. So many resources are available to us to help us have a better experience with quilting. I want to give you a heads up on what is next for me in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Sandra. How are you? So glad you're here. Does that include if you miter? That's a good question. I don't know. I did not go that in depth into it. I would test it out. Test it out and see if it works. Ladies know that I always like to test, right? Okay, good night, Jazzy. You're cooking. Have a good night. So glad that you were here and thank you for the birthday wishes. So, what's coming up next? Next week, I'm going to be live for the Clover Tool Chest, Craft and Sewing Tool Chest, live 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Clover YouTube channel and on Amazon Live. If you go to tools.livingwaterquilter.live, you see that address right there. That will take you straight to my Amazon page and you can watch next week. It's Wednesday, 5 p.m. So join me if you can or watch the replay. I would love to have you there to see what tools we can add to our tool chest. Now, the first 30 to 40 minutes will be Clover's YouTube channel. Then after that, I will remain on Amazon to talk about more tools. More tools. And then, of course, QuiltCon is coming, and I'm so excited, ladies. The beautiful sister quilt will be on display at QuiltCon, and it's going to be in the So Creative Lounge booth. They are a fabric shop in Maryland. We are working together to have available not only for you to see the beautiful sister quilt, but also if you want to make it. So Creative Lounge, their fabrics are featured in the quilt. Beautiful African print, colorful fabrics. They are going to have kits ready for you to make your beautiful sister quilt. Now, if you're not interested in the quilt, I will also have available the beautiful sister quilt block that you see there. There's a lime green. I will have kits with all 5 colors, and the block is 15 inches square, which means you can make a pillow, you can make a tote bag, you can put it on clothing, you can do anything you want with the beautiful sister quilt block. This is all going to debut for the first time at QuiltCon. So I'm really excited about that. Hello, Benita. So glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. And I have purchased the website beautifulsisterquilt.com, and so that's going to go live by QuiltCon, where you're going to have access to some more information about what's coming, which I won't share now, but there's more things coming with the beautiful sister quilt. Really excited about it. And I want to share with you some of the designs that I will be teaching at QuiltCon. One of the classes is called Diamond Facets. We look at diamonds, shapes, square shapes. We create different angles to create beautiful designs in quilts. And so we are going to look at a lot of designs for borders, for edge to edge, block based designs, edge to edge designs, custom quilting, as well as all over quilting. We're going to do that, and this is a sample from that class. This is a panel that's going to be available in that class. And another class is the hexi class. We're going to use a hexagon to create, again, so many designs, block-based designs, border designs, edge-to-edge designs, how to use the hexagon shape in multiple ways to create beautiful designs for our quilts, all ruler quilting. So this is another sample. I can't wait. That's coming up in just a few weeks. So this is what's happening for me for the next few weeks. If you have any questions, you can always contact me, say hello on social media, join me on my website, and don't forget all month long. We're celebrating my birthday, 59, and you get to celebrate with me by getting a discount on not just one, but two courses. If you haven't signed up for a course, you're going to save $59 on each one. For a total of $118, you get to save for the 10 Steps to Stress Free Machine Quilting or the Alphabet Design Free Motion Quilting course. All right? All month long, tell your friends, don't keep it a secret. Thank you for joining me, ladies. It was so good to see you again. Thank you, Copper. You love the Hexie design. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's session on quilting apps to help us with needles, help us with color selection, to help us with fabric cutting. Those were some fun apps to help us with our quilting. Thank you, ladies. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Benita, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, everyone. It was fun. I will see you next time for another Quilt Conversations. Thank you, Rochelle. You're welcome. And Copper, thank you for being the moderator extraordinaire. We're so glad that you're back. We missed you. Thank you, Tasha. I'm glad you could join too. It has been a long time. And thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lori. Wonderful to see you here tonight. Have fun with the new apps. Yes, it's true. Bye, Jacqueline. Take care, ladies. See you next time for another Quilt Conversations Live.